What's going on, guys? Galaxy Gaming here, and let us talk about online claim sales. So, I've talked about this on stream, but I figured it would be a good intro to talk about my overall thoughts, observations, and a project that I have coming up to hopefully try to address some of those. So, what are online claim sales for Pokemon specifically? So, if you've seen any TikToks or YouTube videos or anything like that, what will happen is someone will stream, also on Instagram too, will stream singles in which you, as the viewer, can be interested in purchasing one, basically messaging the seller to say, hey, I'm interested in that card you just showed off on stream. I want to purchase it. And that's kind of the baseline of all of them. And each person does it a little bit differently, but essentially you would have to go through like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Those are like kind of the big ones that normally are associated with these, and you transact, you make a little baggie, and then they ship it off to you and whatnot. So that's normally how it should go, full stop, flat out. However, a lot of what I'm seeing, that isn't the case. Especially now, we've been seeing nonstop of folks like whatnot streamers, for example, showing, hey, this person got scammed, or hey, this person didn't end up buying it, or hey, this person showed interest in these cards. They held up the live stream for 5 minutes only for them to no longer purchase the card, or whatever. A lot of just stuff that is very disruptive to the overall flow and the overall vibe of a claim sale or a way to purchase singles in a live format. Additionally, from my observations, it also looks like there are some people, not all, but some, kind of almost treat it as a non professional way of selling singles, which again, I'm not calling anyone out specifically, but when you see a backdrop that's not very professional looking or doesn't really instill trust to me as a customer that my transaction is going to go smooth, I think there's some room for improvement. So, why am I saying all this? So, after looking at the community, getting some feedback both as a potential customer and some folks on stream, I am going to attempt this year in 2025, I'm going to attempt what I wish others would do in the online claim space. So, I'd think some of the major updates that I am going through now is first an online platform in which people can purchase these cards. So, in addition to streaming these live, my website, which is officially recognized, it has all the proper channels to transact through PayPal or even credit or debit card. That way, folks can see exactly what they're going to purchase, and they can purchase it at any time when they see it on stream. So, for example, if I'm showing a card and someone shows interest in purchasing that card, instead of me having to make a little baggie and wait for them to have the payment transact and whatnot, those cards are immediately available for anyone, first come, first serve on my website in an official professional format. So it keeps the flow going, everything is safe, both parties are aware of what's going on, there's no gray area, and the transaction is smooth. It's clean. And my setup allows, in addition to that, one of the things that I'm going to be introducing, because especially with these online claim sales, one of the biggest advantages is actually seeing these cards in real time and having the streamer show what the condition of the card looks like. So, in addition to being able to do that, I also have a microscope that if someone wants to really see the specific detail of a card, like a corner, if they're trying to look for a grading play, that microscope will also allow us to look at that together, both as a buyer and a seller, which instills, again, more trust and more confidence in the purchase, which you're probably starting to see a theme here is transparency is a big part of my brand and my business, and doing all this, from my opinion, is the best way to establish that. So those are going to be some of the major updates that I'm going to be doing with kind of this almost like challenge to myself is this a more efficient way? Is this the future of these online claim sales, or is eBay going to still be kind of the reigning champion, or TCG Player the reigning champion of sales? Because at the end of the day, these fees do cut a pretty substantial amount in potential profit. And this is a way that I am attempting to mitigate that, in addition to having my own platform and doing things that I wish others would do. And this is, I think, the only opportunity that I've seen, and the only chance that others could take advantage of, to see if we can kind of shift this idea, or shift this habit of having to put up with some of these things that collectors are simply no longer willing to put up with. So we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. One of the things I'm also going to be doing with that as well is, this is more of like the finance side, is being more transparent with some of the sales. So kind of going back to, I used to make them in the past, but I think this is going to hold a little bit more weight, which is kind of showing, sales data of this stuff. Like, for example, if I sell a card, how much did I purchase it? When did I purchase it? Because it'll show, that this hobby from a business perspective isn't just, oh, I'm getting lucky, I'm purchasing these cards, at such a low rate, and then a day later I get to, double or triple. I think this series is going to show that that is not the case, and it's a slow process if you're willing to put in the work and have the time and hold out on some of these things and just let this stuff naturally grow. And I'm hoping with this, you guys can kind of see that, it's not as difficult, or it's not as luck based as some make it out to appear, if you put in the work to get there. So we'll see. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be an experiment, even for you guys. It is going to be for me. So we'll see how it goes. So more updates to come, more videos to come. I want to kind of keep this format going, and we'll see.